Introduction to the hidden gems of the SUV market. There are three full-size SUVs sitting on dealer lots right now that salespeople are practically begging you to take off their hands. And every mechanic I know is quietly scooping them up for their own families while buyers keep walking past to overpay for something else. These are not project vehicles. These are not compromises that are good for the price. I am talking about SUVs engineered to run 300,000 to 400,000 miles with nothing but oil changes and routine maintenance selling for thousands less than they should because of one simple reason. Perception has not caught up to reality. After 2 decades of watching vehicles come and go through my shop, I have seen people throw $75,000 at brand new SUVs while these workhorses just sit there waiting for someone smart enough to do the math. And SUV number one, that one has been my go-to recommendation for years. I have personally seen multiple examples cruise past 350,000 miles with original drivetrains, not rebuilt original. Today, I am counting down my three most underrated full-size SUVs on the market. The ones that offer Land Cruiser-level durability at prices that will make your accountant smile. I am going deepest on number one because that is the vehicle. This will fundamentally change how you think about buying a family hauler. Number three, the Ford Expedition 2007 to 2014. Let's get into it. Number three, the Ford Expedition from 2007 to 2014 with the 5.4L V8 Triton engine. Number three is a full-size SUV that mechanics actually respect when it rolls into the shop. Not because it needs constant attention, but because when it does need something, every part is accessible and affordable. You can pick up a clean example right now for under $15,000. I had a customer come in last spring, a father of four, who needed serious towing capacity for his camping trailer. He was looking at a 2019 Chevy Tahoe, a decent truck, but the dealer wanted $42,000. I asked him one question: do you need the newest tech, or do you need something that will outlast your mortgage? He looked at me confused. I showed him a 2012 Ford Expedition EL Limited on my phone. The 5.4L Triton V8, 84,000 miles, a clean Carfax priced at $13,800. Same towing capacity, same 3 rows of seating, same body-on-frame construction, about $28,000 less. He bought it 14 months ago. You know what he has spent on repairs? $240 for an oil change, a new serpentine belt, and cabin filters. Here is what nobody tells you about the third-generation Expedition with the 5.4L Triton V8 from 2007 to 2014. Ford built these things to last. The 5.4L engine has earned a solid reputation for reliability and longevity, with multiple owner reports of exceeding 250,000 miles and some reaching well past 300,000 miles with proper maintenance. I have personally seen forum posts from owners who have crossed 500,000 miles on these engines. That is not a typo. 500,000 miles. The key with the 5.4L is simple: regular oil changes. Ford used a timing chain instead of a belt, so you skip expensive replacement intervals. The 6-speed automatic is proven and durable. Now the real talk. The 5.4L does have known quirks. Earlier 2-valve versions had spark plug issues. 2007 and newer 3-valve designs fix this. A cam phaser tick at cold startup is common, but it is not a death sentence. Keep fresh oil in it, and it will tick for another 100,000 miles. Let me break down the real numbers. A 2011 Expedition, limited with 90,000 miles, runs about $12,000 to $16,000, depending on condition and location. A comparable 2011 Chevy Tahoe LTZ with similar miles will run you about $18,000 to $22,000. That is a $6,000 premium for a vehicle that, in my experience, does not offer meaningfully better reliability. Repair costs on the Expedition are friendly too. Water pump replacement runs about $400 to $600. A brake job, all 4 corners, is around $450. These are standard domestic truck prices, not luxury import territory. When you are shopping for one of these, here is my inspection checklist. Listen for the cam phaser noise at cold startup. Some noise is normal. Excessive rattling that does not quiet down after 30 seconds means you should budget for repair. Check the transmission fluid. It should be red or light pink, not brown or burnt smelling. Inspect the frame for rust, especially if the vehicle is from the Rust Belt. Look at the rear air suspension. If the back end sags, you are looking at air spring replacement at about $600 per side, or you can convert to traditional coil springs for around $400 total. Bottom line on the Expedition, you are getting a true full-size body-on-frame SUV with proven V8 power, legitimate towing capacity up to 9,200 LEABs, and room for 8 adults. The only reason these are cheap is because people assume newer equals better. Sometimes it does not. Number 2, the Lexus GX 460 2010 to 2023. If you think the Expedition is overlooked, the next SUV might be the most undervalued luxury vehicle in America. The depreciation on these is honestly criminal when you consider what you are getting. Number 2, the Lexus GX 460 from 2010 to 2023. Number 2 has some of the lowest repair rates of any luxury SUV on the road. It shares its bones with the legendary Toyota Land Cruiser Prado sold overseas. It runs on a bulletproof 4.6 LV8, and it depreciates faster than people realize because most buyers chase the German badges. I've been tracking this for years. Every time a Lexus GX 460 rolls into my shop, I almost get disappointed because there is nothing to fix. Oil changes, brakes, tires. That is the service history on most of these vehicles. Last fall, I had a 2015 GX 460 come in with 187,000 miles. The owner bought it certified pre-owned at 42,000 miles and drove it for 9 years. She wanted to know what major maintenance was coming up. I put it on the lift, inspected everything, checked fluids, and scanned for codes. You know what I found? Nothing significant. I recommended she change the spark plugs and flush the transmission fluid. She looked at me like I was holding back bad news. I wasn't. The GX 460 is genuinely that reliable. Here is what makes the GX 460 special. The 4.6L 1UR-FE V8 is part of Toyota's UR engine family, and it is essentially the same architecture that powered Land Cruisers around the globe for over a decade. This engine uses a timing chain designed to last the life of the vehicle. No interference design to worry about, no turbochargers to fail, just 301 horsepower of naturally aspirated proven engineering. According to various reliability databases, the GX 460 can last 250,000 to 300,000 miles with proper care. Multiple owners on enthusiast forums report running well past 200,000 miles with zero major drivetrain issues. One owner I talked to described the GX 460 as a tank that will chug along to 500,000 miles with decent care. The transmission is a 6-speed automatic that Toyota refined over years of production. It is smooth, responsive, and damn near bulletproof when you change the fluid every 60,000 miles. Current market prices will make you question everything you thought about luxury SUVs. A 2017 Lexus GX 460 with 80,000 miles runs about $30,000 to $35,000. A comparable 2017 BMW X5 with similar miles, you are looking at $25,000 to $30,000. Wait, the BMW is cheaper? Yes, and there is a reason for that. The BMW will cost you $1,200 to $1,800 per year in average maintenance and repairs. The GX 460 Repair Pal rates it at around $770 annually, and the probability of a severe repair is just 9% compared to 12% for the average vehicle over 5 years. That is potentially $5,000 or more in savings that the GX 460 puts back in your pocket. Here is the inspection checklist for the GX 460. First, check for timing cover oil leaks on high mileage examples. Second, test the full-time four-wheel drive system in a parking lot. Any binding means transfer case issues. Third, inspect the air suspension if equipped, because air springs can fail after 150,000 miles. Fourth, verify the Carfax shows it was not used as an off-road toy. Who should buy this SUV? Anyone wanting genuine luxury with Toyota reliability, full leather, wood trim, premium sound, and bulletproof build quality. It seats 7 to 6,500 lbs and will cruise to 300,000 miles. Who should skip it? If you need the latest technology, the GX 460 interior feels dated. If fuel economy matters, you are getting 15 mpg city, 18 mpg highway. And if you want sporty handling, this is a body-on-frame truck, not a sports sedan. Here's the mechanic math on the GX 460. Buy it for $32,000, drive it for 150,000 miles, and spend maybe $4,500 on maintenance total. Your cost per mile works out to about 24 cents per mile, which is exceptional for a luxury SUV. Try getting that number from a Mercedes or BMW. Number 1. The Toyota Sequoia 2008 to 2021. All right, that was number 2. Number 1 coming next is the SUV I recommend more than any other to people who ask me what full-size family hauler to buy, and almost everyone pushes back at first until they see the data. Number 1, Toyota Sequoia 2008 to 2021 second generation with the 5.7L V8. This is a 3-row SUV with the same bulletproof 5.7L V8 that also powered the Toyota Tundra and the Lexus LX 570. It has been independently verified as the longest-lasting vehicle in America, and it is selling for $20,000 to $30,000 less than a comparable Land Cruiser because the average buyer thinks it is just a minivan alternative. Let me tell you about the customer who almost walked away from the best deal of his life. 3 years ago, a man in his mid-50s, recently retired, wanted something reliable for cross-country road trips with his wife. He was looking at a used Land Cruiser and had a budget around $55,000. I asked what he actually needed the Land Cruiser for: road trips, hauling grandkids, maybe light towing for a small camping trailer. I walked him outside and pointed to a 2016 Sequoia Platinum sitting on our lot, a trade-in we had taken the week before. 126,000 miles, every service record documented, priced at $28,500. He laughed and said he wanted a Land Cruiser. I showed him the IC Car's longevity study. The Toyota Sequoia has a 39.1% predicted chance of reaching 250,000 miles, more than 8 times the industry average of 4.8%. It ranked number 1 in the entire study for longest-lasting vehicles, not just SUVs, but all vehicles. He bought it. That was 3 years ago. He is at 178,000 miles now. He drove it to Alaska and back last summer and has spent exactly $1,400 on maintenance. His words when I saw him last month were, "This might be the best purchase I have ever made." Here is why I am obsessed with the second-generation Sequoia from 2008 to 2021. The 5.7L 3UR-FE V8 in these things is legitimately one of the most reliable engines Toyota has ever built. It is the same power plant used in the Tundra, the Land Cruiser, and the Lexus LX 570. This engine produces 381 horsepower and 401 pound-feet of torque through a smooth 6-speed automatic transmission. The 5.7L uses a timing chain designed to last the life of the engine. There is no timing belt replacement interval to worry about. It is naturally aspirated, so no turbochargers to fail. And it is port injected, which means no carbon buildup issues on the intake valves like you will find with direct injection engines. I have personally worked on multiple Sequoias north of 300,000 miles. Owners who maintain them properly, and by properly I mean regular oil changes and fluid services, report these trucks just keep running. One Carfax review I pulled recently showed an owner at 285,000 miles calling it an absolute tank that had never had a major issue. RepairPal gives the Sequoia a reliability rating of 4 out of 5 with an average annual repair cost around $600 to $700. That is lower than most full-size SUVs, and the severity of repairs tends to be minor. You are not looking at $5,000 engine failures. You are looking at oxygen sensors and water pumps. Let us talk numbers because this is where it gets ridiculous. A 2017 Toyota Sequoia Platinum with 80,000 miles runs about $32,000 to $38,000. A 2017 Toyota Land Cruiser with similar miles try $55,000 to $65,000. That is roughly a $25,000 difference for vehicles that share the same engine family and the same legendary Toyota reliability. Compare it to the competition. A 2017 Chevy Tahoe Premier with 80,000 miles runs $32,000 to $38,000, roughly the same as the Sequoia. But the Sequoia has a better predicted reliability rating and lower average repair costs. A 2017 Ford Expedition Platinum with similar miles is around $28,000 to $34,000, slightly cheaper, but you are trading proven Toyota longevity for Ford engineering. Here is my inspection checklist for shopping a used Sequoia. First, check for cam tower oil leaks, the most common issue on higher mileage examples. Repair runs about $800 to $1,200. Second, test the rear power liftgate in the power folding third row. Third, inspect the frame for rust, especially on trucks from northern states. Fourth, look for documented service history. Fifth, find one owned by a suburban family in a warm climate. A Sequoia from Arizona or Texas is basically a time capsule. Who should buy the Sequoia? Families who need real three-row space. The second row is enormous, and the third row actually fits adults. Highway commuters who want quiet, comfortable cruising. Anyone towing regularly up to 7,400 LEBs, and people who plan to keep a vehicle past 200,000 miles. Who should avoid it? If fuel economy matters, look elsewhere. You get 13 mpj in the city and 17 on the highway. If you need the latest technology, the cabin stayed unchanged for a decade. And if you care what people think, the Sequoia is not flashy. Here is my final take on the Sequoia. This is the best full-size SUV you can buy for under $35,000 if your goal is maximum reliability and minimum total cost of ownership. 3 rows, V8 power, body-on-frame durability, and a proven track record of going the distance. If I had to buy one SUV right now to drive for the next 15 years with the lowest possible maintenance costs, I would buy a clean second-generation Sequoia with the 5.7L V8 and not think twice. The market does not appreciate what this truck is because it is not flashy. Your wallet will appreciate it just fine. Final thoughts on the most underrated SUVs. So there it is, 3 full-size SUVs that the market forgot, but mechanics did not. The Ford Expedition, with its proven 5.4L Triton V8, selling for less than most midsize crossovers. The Lexus GX 460, with its Land Cruiser DNA depreciating because people chase German badges. And the Toyota Sequoia, statistically the longest-lasting vehicle in America, priced like people do not know what it is. You now know 3 SUVs you can buy for under $35,000 that will outlast vehicles twice their price. Next time the salesman pushes a lease special, you will know better. Drive safe. Take care of your SUV, and it will take care of you for decades. Take it or leave it. I will see you in the next one. Call to action. If this breakdown changed the way you look at the used car market, please subscribe and like the video. We are uncovering the automotive truths and reliability data that dealerships try to keep hidden. Invest in your future on the road. The next hidden treasure of car advice will be revealed soon.